Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Wednesday night edition of Iowa Pagan News on the Prairie Land Radio Network. This is our regular Wednesday night chat session, and we are joined by our special guest, my brother and pagan rapper, Harold Carter.
Marry me?
And as usual, my lovely co host, Christy Mann, is joining us.
Thank you,
So,
Earl. Good to see you guys.
I want to welcome everyone in and thank you, brother, for coming to join us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Been looking forward to this one.
Hey, Mr. Earl, you know, back in September of last year, I had a number one that was an acoustic song, right?
Yep.
So I'm not just a pagan rapper.
Yeah, I know. In fact, I've been kind of encouraging you with your uh, instrumental and your acoustic guitar music as well. So
Yeah,
I really congratulate you on that.
that's always appreciated. Appreciate it.
I'm going to interrupt. Tell me where to find that because I love acoustic music.
You can find it. Well, you could find it on. You can go to Spotify. You can go to YouTube. You can go to Amazon. You go to iTunes. You go to Pandora. You go just about anywhere. Just type in Harold. Well, you can just Google Harold Sanford Carter III, and just put "witch" at the end of it, and it'll pop up.
Mm-hmm.
The song is called Witch.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if you would Google it, into the World Wide Web, Harold Sanford Carter III, and just put "witch" at the end of it, and it'll pop up.
All
Or you
right.
can probably just type in the name; it'll pop up. I'm on a lot of different platforms through DistroKid, which kind of streams me out to everywhere that I need to be.
Perfect.
Or the other
There's an app
meaning.
for everything.
Yep,
Yeah, there's an app for everything.
there is.
Beam me
Or
up, Scott.
or the other meaning is the good old interwebs.
Right.
Okay, so now, like I said, I've known Harold for a while now, and I've been kind of encouraging him with his music, and he's made it a point to kind of run things by me to just to kind of run things by me, see what I think is not only as the host here at Iowa Pagan News, but as a DJ and somebody who's been in the music industry for a while, and so I'm really glad I can be here to help independent musicians such as who you are uh, to really get in the right direction.
Yeah, man.
Now, like I said, there was also a video that you made that you had dedicated directly to me, which I really appreciated a lot, um, and I believe that one's also on YouTube. And let's see, um, that one's called Green Man.
Yeah, sure was, man. Sure was. Green Man.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of fun with that. That was the first song I recorded in the state of Texas when I came down here from Pennsylvania.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. That was
Now, the one thing that Harold's been really promoting is the fact that basically what he had to endure while he spent time incarcerated
yeah.
as a pagan.
Hmm.
And that's something that you'll be able to see on pretty much all of his Facebook posts and some of his YouTube videos that he's made. So be sure to check those out. Um his, I mean, there was a couple times where I had been asked as a minister to go into a couple of the prisons to talk with inmates,
Hmm.
which I gladly accepted. Um, so that was well worth experience. And I think it's just because of me being a non-traditional minister that I'm following path of paganism. That is there are more pagans incarcerated than what we all really think.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
And you've got firsthand experience with that.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So, kind of explain to everybody the path that you're on with that.
Well, the path with I'm on that is basically I'm a pagan that has was suffering from recidivism and alcoholism for many years, in and out of penal institutions all across the country, still living a half aid pagan lifestyle, but doing it so drunk that I couldn't see straight. And ultimately, all of this excess of alcohol was making me do criminal things because I was never a criminal, was an alcoholic. And I did
Mhm.
criminal stuff when I would drink. And basically, uh, I just recently I said enough's enough. And that's when I come out this last time and chose not to drink anymore. Uh, Me and Pan decided to part ways for a while, and that's my own story. And basically, man, yeah, redemption is a real thing, and when you can show, and redemption starts within too, because you have pagans in there that really don't want to change. They don't care. They don't care. Hail Odin, they'll scream all day, and they're just filled with hate, and they're just locked up, and they don't care. A lot of the pagans in our penal institutions across America follow an Asatru path. Okay, and unfortunately, that Asatru path is infected with racism. Unfortunately, now you can be pro or con with all that and have your own, thoughts on the situation, but that's the reality of it. And it just ain't right, man. Not with modern. Not if you're going to be not if you're going to evolve with the rest of the world. It's just not
Mhm.
because uh, you know I'm not saying that I'm an enlightened being, but what I am saying is I no longer drink anymore. I am no longer a slave to alcohol. I no longer am susceptible to recidivism. Um, so in some ways, I have been enlightened, and I owe much of that. I owe much of that to a particular priest who is in the Summerland now, um, in his tradition, which I won't speak of. Um, but yeah, it's a personal walk. But yeah, there's plenty of pagans locked up. Not all of them. Hopefully, they don't. Some of them don't get out because they're just bat crazy. Some of them are good men. There are good pagan men locked up. There are, and even the ones that are bat crazy, they need help too. They need help too. Sometimes it's and as far as like ministry work, I mean, in our pagan community, we don't really have outreach. We don't have people knocking at your door saying, "Hey, you have you heard the great news that Apollo loves you, man? You know, the wolf is strong. Apollo loves you forever, brother." Like that's just not how we get down. We're a
That's
silent
true.
community, and although that seems to be changing in the pagan community, as we evolve, especially with civil rights and that are social equality issues that happen, that's changing. Like people are coming out of the broom closet all the time, every day, compared to 20 years ago, for sure. Um, so there's little outreach to people that are incarcerated is what I'm getting at, and the ministers and the pagan elders that do reach out to them, there's just not enough of them. you know there's just not enough of them because there's way too many young practitioners in our traditions, and not enough pagan elders, and that's the problem.
That's Yeah, that is very true. Because a lot of them, basically, we've lost over the years, and I mean, we only have a small handful right now,
Mhm.
and several of those. I mean, there's a few of them who just can't travel anymore, which makes things kind of rough. But they're still able to reach out via internet, via email, via video conference. They are still able to do that, which I applaud, and I really like that we still have that form of communication with a lot of our elders right now.
Mhm. And my one of the blessings that was available to me was a pagan elder that reached out to me while I was incarcerated, and I was able to actually sit there and contemplate, because uh, my recidivism was real. You know, for 15 years in and out of penal institutions,
Hmm.
I would get out, get drunk, go to New Orleans, sit on the block with my guitar, and play some old school 70s rock, get some money, get some beer, do the same thing, go back to prison, and open the same old Scott Cunningham books, the same old Raven Gramassi, the same old Golden Dawn, Israel Regardie, Crowley. Just read it every time and just redo it and just do the whole cycle. I got tired of it. It was time to start using that knowledge that I was reading about.
Hmm.
It was time, man. It was time. And some people just never wake up, man. Some people just never do wake up. And I don't know what it is. Astrological constellations have been on the right path for me. I don't know what it was. Beat me up, man. Beat me up. But I guess my message is, when you make mistakes, that doesn't define who you are today or the person you are going to be in the future, and some people can change, and I want to be the poster child for that, and especially in the pagan community. I want people to say, wow, that guy Lone Wolf, that Carter guy, man, he plays some all right music. Look at him go. Like, he done changed his life. Like, it can be done. And maybe that might help somebody, because I'm out here every day, and I'm not drinking grandpa's medicine no more. And I'm out here striving to reach my highest ideals every day. I'm striving to be the best version of Harold Sanford Carter III possible. And sometimes people look at that, especially on social media platforms, and say, wow, look at that guy. Old convict guy. Man, that's pretty inspirational. And that's easy for me. I'm Aries fire. I love it. I love it. It's what I do. It's my path. I'm beating that drum right now, and I'm going to keep beating it every day. And every day I'm going to try to be the better me, and things just keep getting better and better. Yeah. I had a divorce. Where 2 steps back, 7 steps forward. Close that chapter. New doors have been opening. And it's not because I'm over here casting spells. It's because magic ain't something that I'm sitting here doing. Magic is something that I am. It's inside of me. And
Exactly.
I'm finally getting to know who I am, like a lot of the mystery schools say, know yourself. I'm finally getting to know who I am.
They don't give you the path.
Right.
I mean, they give you the name of it, but they don't give you the directions. It's like, okay, here's a path. See ya.
Hmm.
Wait. I want to go down this path, but there's a big old rock in the middle. You ever play a video game where there are no instructions and you just kind of got to run around and figure it out?
Oh yeah, I die 100 times. Keep doing it.
Does it drive you crazy?
Yeah. I gotta be crazy. Keep playing it. Keep dying like that. I'm a sucker for Fortnite. Just saying.
Do you think that newcomers coming into the community right now are facing that, are experiencing that? We have a lot of people that are like, oh, you need to find a teacher. You need to find somebody that knows the path and follow them and learn from them. So, we're not causing any issues, but who's there to give that direction?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the first thing that pops in my head is, everything is true in one sense, everything's false in one sense, but everything is permissible. And I say that in preparation for my next comment, which is, I've always believed that when the student is ready, a teacher will appear. I've always believed that. And those are drawn from old textbooks that I've read. Now, when people come in contact with my energy, I was literally trapped in a dungeon for 15 years reading the occult books, the encyclopedias of the occult, magic, and witchcraft, sun up to sundown for years. So I have all this wealth of different things that I've been exposed to, and now I suppose I'm utilizing it. And the best thing that I can come up from all that study is when the student is ready, a teacher will appear.
Yep, that is true. Very true. Now, let's see. We had a comment earlier, and I don't know if she's still with us or not, but Delaney Jacobs said that she's going to go check out your music
Cool.
and wished everybody a good night. And then plus, we have our brother who is joining us as well.
Yep, Boston City Witch. What up, cuz? That's my boy there. He's a good guy. Good guy. Y'all watch out for him. He's up and coming. Y'all watch him.
Yep, I've already had a couple of discussions with him, and looking forward to because he's going to be coming to join us, I believe, tomorrow night.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Yep. So we definitely be welcoming him to the chat with us tomorrow, and then plus let's see, I just want to welcome Bunny Green, who has just recently joined the Iowa Pagan News group tonight. So she's, I believe she's out of Cleveland. So I definitely want to say welcome to Bunny. I hope she's tuning in, and you're more than welcome to join us in on chat if you'd like to. And then let's see, we've also got we got somebody else that just came in as well, Chris Wade, who is joining us. Welcome to the chat. Now, like I said, if you'd like to join us on video, you're more than welcome to do that. Just chime in on the chat. I'll get you the link to join us here on chat for on cam if you like. And otherwise, if you've got comments, feel free to leave them. We definitely welcome them. So now, I know that I have been encouraging you with your acoustic music, and I've been really impressed with what you've been doing here lately. So I just want to say that you're definitely on the right path here, brother.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Earl. Thank you, man.
Yeah, because it was back when that video the video that you had made that you were dedicated directly to me, had basically made the comment that you considered me to be one of the elders in the community, which I really appreciated the sentiment on it. Basically, the main thing that I've been doing for the community is my work has been to try to unite the community, bring people together, and just build up the community.
Yeah,
that's been my job that I've really taken very seriously over the past few years.
That's what it's all about too, man.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, what's our brother having to say here? Okay. He's healing up, but he'll definitely be with us tomorrow. Good deal. All right. Got another comment here. All right. Now, let's see. If you would be so kind as to click on the live video link there in Facebook, that way you'll be brought over here to StreamYard. Then we'll be able to find out who you are and be more than welcome to have you come join us on chat.
Hey, Mr. Earl.
Yeah.
You got my my link from my 2017 stuff down there, Reverb Nation with the Slim Nimbus. That's the old school stuff. Tell them to go on YouTube for the new stuff, man. I got a brand new acoustic song that I was with a harmonica in it, dedicated to a very special man named Paul Barrow. and that
yes.
it was my heart. Man, that's something that they should be checking out. Not 2017.
Right. Al, give me just a second. I want to bring that up here. I'll get that put on here for everybody. So, in the meantime, here, Christy, have you got anything that you want to ask here?
Hmm. Hmm. I really want to dive in because we're already 20 minutes into the show. I really want to dive into the topic that we were looking forward to
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about.
Okay.
Yep.
Can we do it, Earl? Can we do it?
Yep. Go ahead
Uh-oh.
there.
I
All right.
surrender.
Harold, let's talk about the term that has everybody on fire right now,
Ooh,
the baby
ooh,
witch.
ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, yeah.
I wanna get into it because there's a little bit of concern and fear on my part
Ruh-roh.
that we might have some conflicting opinions about it.
Sure, sure.
And I want to address those so that, you know, in a forum like this, so that we have people who are like coming in and are new to the scene, um, might be afraid to ask those questions because sometimes some of us can come off as pretty standoffish. Oh, we don't like that term here.
Right.
And we kind of need to be able to be a little more accepting of the people who come in that don't know any better.
Hmm.
So how do we dive into that? What's your take on Baby Witch?
Well, before I make any statements, I want to say that everything is true in one sense, everything is false in one sense, but everything is permissible. But for the baby witch thing, I mean, I'm building my opinions every day on these new, social talks. I mean, 20 years ago, that nobody called themselves a baby witch. You know, I never heard it. 20 years ago, I never heard it. And I seen a lot of content on TikToks and social media platforms where they talk about the baby witch. And every time that I talk to somebody, especially somebody that's older, an elder, what do you think about the term baby witch? Because what I like to do as a seeker of the craft is get opinions from people that been around a little bit longer than me or might know something I don't know, because perception is everything when you're building your own reality. So I like to know what they're thinking. And then based upon their thinking, I can analyze it and create my thinking.
Right.
And from what I've gathered so far is that it's the term baby witch isn't necessarily good thinking. It's not wrong thinking, because they had this whole axiom in the craft where there is no right or wrong way to practice the craft.
Right.
There isn't. I mean, there really isn't. But is there? But when you and for an example, like when you're on your path and you're a new practitioner, you're on your path and you're walking down the road and everything, and you pass Pan, and here he goes with the flutes and he's playing, man, and then you hear like some drums playing. You're like, wow, this is great. You see a picket sign in the middle of the woods and it says the Wiccan Reed, and you start reading it and say, wow, look at that, ain't that something? Well, I don't know if I should believe in that or not, because that's what they told me to do. Is there dogma here, or what are we doing? No, I don't think it's dogma is something you have to do, because a lot of the newcomers don't really acknowledge these things from the old school, like the Wiccan Reed, like, because it's such because it's been infused so much as a like, we just try to. It's good to march to your own drum, but it's also good to stand on the shoulders of spiritual giants. It's also, there's a lot of positive rhetoric in the Wiccan Reed that the newcomers should absorb and contemplate. Utilize what you can utilize. There's an axiom: fairly taken, fairly give. How important is that? That's important. It's in the Reed. How important is that? I try to live like that every single day, and that's something that I take out of the Reed. I can't tell you verse for verse the whole Reed. I copied that thing, pasted out on my on social media the other day. I can't memorize all that stuff. Way too much weed, man. So
Do
I can't.
you so my question is, do you think that it's based on the community and your experience within it, it's a requirement for anybody who's coming in new, who's just stepped into, to know and understand that? I mean, is there somebody outside of the community that is going around being like, "Hey, don't call yourself a baby witch."
Me.
You. Who else do you know? Because and let me backtrack a little bit and where this is coming from, because and it may have been me who started it, because when I came in 2013, I referred to myself as a baby witch.
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't I wasn't an initiate anywhere.
Right.
I didn't know anything. I didn't, I mean, I didn't I hadn't performed my first spell. I wasn't technically a practitioner. I hadn't reached the point where there was anything I knew other than somebody said, "Hey, you should join the pagan community because, you haven't been able to find your place anywhere else in the world. Try them." I did, and I referred to myself to other people as a baby witch because I was somebody who was looking for knowledge.
Yes.
I was somebody who was looking for information that wasn't widely available to me.
Mhm.
And now it's been several years and other people are coming in that they don't know. That to them it might be like a major, oh, this might be the cool new thing,
Right.
but there are going to be some in that crowd
Right.
that are technically baby witches because they don't know any better. If
Yeah.
you are the only one out in the outside community that's going, "Look, don't use the term," I applaud you, man. I do. Great. But if all of us aren't doing it, what difference is it making other than turning newbies off of the community? We're
Yep.
driving them away instead of bringing them in and teaching them what they need to know.
Yep.
Does
And
that
that's
make
the bad
sense?
part. That's the bad part about it is that uh, we have some individuals who I don't I don't know why, but I have run onto this personally. Is that these people they they love instigating and they love to really try to tear down people, uh, and because uh, why they do, I don't know, and I don't care.
Right.
But I run onto this personally. It's this has always been an issue of these people who are basically bad mouthing our newcomers because they're asking questions. They are trying to learn, and they may not ask the right questions, but some that don't matter. It
They're
doesn't
asking
matter,
questions.
right? All that matters is that they are asking questions,
Mhm.
but yet they're being chased away, and that to me is unacceptable. Pure and simple, it's unacceptable, and that's the whole reason why of the work that I have been doing ever since I came into the community back in 2003. And the whole thing, what got me on this kick, well, I shouldn't even say kick, but the whole reason why I started on this path was because I experienced a huge rift that had been formed in the community.
Mhm.
And it was all done by one person
Mm.
who was on a power trip.
Mm.
Even though I liked all the people in that community. I like the individual myself. I'm still friends with him. And I flat out got told by some people that I had to choose sides. And it's like, oh hell no. That's
The side
we're
I
not
choose is not you. Yeah.
yeah. We are not going down that road. No. And like I distanced myself from those individuals big time. And because I refused to have anything to do with them. Uh, but that was my whole thing. Is that's when I decided that I'm gonna work. I'm gonna do whatever I have to
Building
do
unity.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Even
Harold, I didn't mean go off on a tirade there on you. I really want your opinion on it. And I'm thinking, but we haven't discussed this amongst us. I'm thinking that you're talking about there's like a movement of baby witches on like TikTok and some of the social media platforms that are kind of maybe getting. I'm confused on the difference between the two.
Well, I think what's going on, with the whole baby witch platform is it's become a fashion show. Like
Right,
it's
right,
Hollywood. Like, oh yeah, I'm a baby witch. Like it's just the new fad. Like it's
right.
uh, and the term, and to call yourself a baby witch, what you're doing is you're putting limitations on your willpower. You're putting limitations on your consciousness. You're telling yourself that you are not capable of creating your own reality, is
Right.
what you're saying, because you're telling your subconscious, I am a baby, when in reality there is brand new, um, you know uh, natural witches that just all of a sudden they're like, wow, I'm really good at this, who are just natural. If And the ones that are natural, I can almost guarantee that subconsciously they're not telling themselves that they're a baby witch. And that becomes the subconscious thing, because your subconscious is what's changing reality to begin with, because it's going up
Hmm.
to the astral and it's manifesting there, and then manifesting down here in the mundane.
Exactly. Now we've got some comments I'm going to get to. Our brother is a third generation male gray witch, and he helps witches daily in all of his groups that he has, which I applaud you for, brother, for doing so. Let's see. Hang on. Oh, there's Chris's. Let's see. Chris Wade, as a pagan, he sees it to be kind and teach others to learn history first, which is always a good thing to do. To And it doesn't really matter how old you are if you're just coming into the craft. That's that's the reason why we um describe it as being a young practitioner. But like I said, it doesn't matter how old you are.
Right.
Shoot, you could be my age, just coming into it and be called a young practitioner. Nothing wrong with it. So that's the way that that's the way I've been looking at things. Okay.
Hi,
Uh,
Sarah.
that is, yeah, that is Sarah voicing her opinion. Let's see now. For the unknown commenter, click on the live video link over there in Facebook. It'll bring you over here to StreamYard. That way we know who you are. Um, so that they're a natural witch and have never told myself that I'm a baby witch. That is really stunting yourself mind and growth, which, yeah, that's what we're getting at. That's exactly what we're getting to.
I agree with that it does, but I also have the belief and the understanding that somebody who does not know any better
Right.
doesn't know any better, and if there's not somebody there to be like, "Hey, I see you as a baby witch. I see you," and baby witch being a term that means naive, not young, naive, unknowledged, without knowledge, not knowing. And what do you do when you hear a baby cry? What do you do when you hear a child say, "I need help"? You go over, you take their hand, and you guide them. Why are we not approaching this as a community more as an opportunity to teach and lead people
Hmm.
over being kind of condescending to them for using a word?
Right. Now, I've had this very discussion with a couple of our elders already over the last month, and yeah, this is this is a huge discussion that is going on,
Right.
not just locally but all over the pagan community right now.
Mhm.
So the awareness is there, and the information has been brought up. and it is being discussed. So, uh, Harold, brother,
You are the most elder I've ever spoken to in the community, Earl. So I can
uh,
see too if you're telling me that that's something that's being addressed among the elders, great,
yep, it is.
great. Um, there's the rest of us who are coming up as elders that are going to be in that position when they aren't here anymore. I think we need to all be on the same
Hmm.
page.
That is very true. So, Harold, I applaud you for bringing up the term and really getting us
Absolutely,
talking about it.
absolutely.
Appreciate you, Mr. Earl. Nice.
Okay, so where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with your music?
I see myself. Hmm, that's a tough one. That's a tough one because I don't know what I'm going to experience, in the rest of my journey either. I don't know, what
Oh,
I do,
sure.
what I do know is, I have opportunities in present that were offered to me and within the pagan community, and I will tell you that I'm going to do it
Hmm.
because later on I'm not going to think, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. So you can best believe that when I was offered to do something in the pagan community, I'm going to do it, and that's kind of my rhetoric with that. Like, so yeah, because I don't want to, like, really, it's not something I just want to expose right now. But yeah,
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna do a lot of music this year. Um, I have my new friend Monica here, who came from Washington. She brought all kinds of wonderful gifts, including the pagan styled instruments that I've been dying to have. So it's on and popping, man. It is on and popping. So like I'm it's gonna be another great year for pagan music. I think I am gonna do some more pagan hip hop because that's the way, because it's rhymes, man. It's rhymes. Does it fall? Does it fall? Because it's couplets. They are couplets and rhymes. Now, when you speak your spells, you speak them in rhyme. What are we doing? It's poetry. Those were the bards were doing centuries ago. So really, it's
Hmm.
no difference. The only difference is I'm not cross-culturing it with mainstream. I'm using it in a bardic form, but just putting it some with hard ass drums in the back. You heard me. So, and then also, probably just just more music. I like to be cultural and do versatile. Like, I have a gentleman that wants to do some, like, I believe, I'll put him out there, disco punk. You know, yeah, I'll do some country too. I love me some Cash. I grew up like that. Grandpa was a cowboy. Yeah, you know. I just how I'm just cultured, and I've been to different places. Um, but I guess people are just a reflection of what they know or where they've been. So you got to think, like, I've been in the dungeons for 15 years, right? Studying books on
Hmm.
Wicca and magical traditions in the occult. Damn right, I'm gonna come out here and bang on drums and do some hip hop, man, because that's my lifestyle, man. But now I'm trying to integrate that more positive because of my highest ideal thinking. And a lot of times, see, the mainstream rapper is like, yo, son, I'm better than everybody. I'm the best. You heard me? The pagan rapper is more like, hey, yo, son, we better than everybody. We the best. And that's kind of something I learned with my boy Cloud, the
Hmm.
pagan rapper. That's something that I had learned from Cloud. Because I came out the pen swinging like, yo, you're a pagan rapper. Come on, man. What's up, man? What would you want to do? And then at the end of the day, he's like, nah, Lone Wolf, no, not hell with that. we're here to lift each other up in this community. We're
Mm.
not here to break each other down, because this ain't mainstream, right?
Nope.
And we're not here to make money either. If we make $100 because we do a little something, we sell a T-shirt or something. If we can do that, that's cool. But this is not a journey to make money. This is a spiritual journey.
Right.
You know, our pagan musicians are spiritual warriors. On that's our path. That's our journey. And for some of us, that's our best magic, is music.
That is
Um,
true. That is
so
very true.
where do I see myself in 5 years? Man, I see myself on hollowed land somewhere. Hollowed land with like-minded people like myself. I see myself traveling. I see myself perhaps in 5 years' time. Man, I want to go to England. I want to go overseas. I'd love to go. I'd love to go see the British Museum over there. I'm
Yep.
dying to look through the glass and see some Enochian text. Just different things. Everybody has their own appetites.
Yep.
You know, I'm thirsty. Blessed are the seekers and blessed are the sought.
Exactly.
Thirsty, man.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty. Hungry. I'm hungry. I'm the lone wolf. I'm starving.
Well, yeah, I know the feeling, brother. Is hence my Native American name of Silver Wolf.
Mm.
So I'm right along there with you. Now, let's see, we've got Chris is having to bug out for the night, so appreciate you being here with us tonight.
Yeah, thank Wade.
And
Let's be.
be sure to join us on a regular basis here every Wednesday night. And then, your Boston brother has also given you encouragement as well that you are going to succeed with your music. And then, let's see, what else we got here? He said, "Thank you for wearing the hat."
Beantown, you already know I'm from New Hampshire, bro. 45 minutes away. We rep the bean out there. New England, everything.
Cool. Let's see. I'm basically I'm right there with you because eventually I am also going to make a trip over to England and do the whole entire tour of England, Ireland. Uh, I've got some friends of mine now that I make connections with bands over in Finland and Scotland. Um, so have, I'm definitely going to be making the tour. If I have a chance to go down and see uh, my pagan sister Tamara, I'm going to do that. She's all the way down in Australia. So if I get a chance to go down and see her, that's going to be the cake, the icing on the cake, I should say.
But let's just take the show on that tour, Earl. Let's just go hit it.
Yep.
Yeah, because there ain't a
Exactly.
place there you mentioned that I'm not planning to go as well. But just do it together.
Thank you,
Full
Esther.
funds.
Appreciate the input there. Um, and then we've also got Brian Henke participating tonight. Welcome, Brian. It's good to see you as well. And I definitely, uh, we've got Brian coming up next month to appear here with us
Cool.
because he's got a new album that he's going to be releasing. He's already sent me over the tracks to that album. So, uh, I'm not sure. I know he probably also sent them over to uh, International Pagan Radio and a few others, but I'm very happy and proud that he sent those over to me. So I'm really looking forward to sharing those with everybody.
Yep. Cool, man.
And let's see. Cindy says safe travel. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate it. I think we're all going to need that here. Is we're just going to make this year a better year for everybody.
Uh-huh.
And I think everybody can agree on that point.
Yeah. I think that unity with community is going to make a lot more travel for all of us possible. We'll be able to pull together and be like, hey man, I'm gonna be in your neck of the woods. Can I crash on your couch for a week?
And that's the way that,
Harold is gonna be
yeah.
like, oh yeah, and I'm gonna be in Utah on this day. Come and let me crash at your absolutely, man.
Well, I
That's
usually go around Salt Lake. I usually go around Salt Lake City, though. I usually
I'm
go
in
around.
Ogden,
The
so
last
all
time
good,
I
man.
went around it.
I feel
I went
you.
around Salt Lake City.
I'm in
Well,
Ogden, so it's okay.
and really, that's the way that a lot of our pagan musicians do travel. They will put out announcements ahead of time, say, "Hey, I'm going to be at this place and this place. Who's got couches for me to crash on?"
Mhm.
And that's that's the way a lot of people have been doing it. So I think as long as everybody can support each other and stand with each other, build each other up in the
Build each other
community,
up. Yeah, man.
we're going to be
Yes.
a lot better.
Agreed.
So basically, now let's see. Oh yeah, here's a good comment. Witches helping witches. Thank you, brother Sharon. Appreciate it. And that is very true. That is something that we should be doing uh, every day. And with you, with your music there, Harold, and your basically your input, your ideas, they're going to go far.
Hmm.
The eclectic mix of the types of music that you do already are gonna be what empower you and
Yeah.
take you forward.
Yep.
Right.
I really see that. It's gonna be the mix of the variety of things that you do that are gonna bring more and more people together. You've got the musicians that do this is my this is my genre. This is what I'm gonna play, and they're not willing to kind of step outside of that and see what happens. I'm proud that you are.
Good evening, Michelle. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you being here with us tonight. And I will, okay, I'm going to admit that when I first seen Cloud appear on the scene, and like I was really unsure as to how rap was going to incorporate into the pagan community. But after listening to some of what he's got out there, um, and with the positive messages that his music is putting out, and the positive music that you're putting out, I am in agreement that we can have a mix. And his the one thing that I think I expressed right off the bat about a while back ago is that as long as we can keep it positive and not make it mainstream,
Right.
then it'll work here. And that was part of my fear is that it is going to bring mainstream into the community. It's like, nope, that's not going to work because the mainstream rappers, yeah, yeah, I refuse to even play their stuff.
Mhm.
I think uh, there's only been a few that I will accept. Uh, and I'm going to date myself with this. This is going to be old school, but uh, the Iceman himself and old MC,
MC Hammer can't touch it.
yeah,
That's funny.
basically,
That is
uh,
wicked old school.
yeah, that was wicked old school. And then, uh, oh, and then
God, I was in my prime in those days.
Oh, I was there. I was right there.
yeah, and I think the other one that I came accepting of is old Eminem.
Oh yeah. No,
Oh,
no
oh,
doubt.
yeah,
No doubt.
original Eminem, yeah.
Yeah. So
No
those have
doubt.
been the only three that I've really been accepting of. But everybody else, nope. And like I said, I may be dating myself on a couple of those. Like, yeah, basically, those are back in my school days.
parachute pants and big hair. Yeah.
Hey, I had a pair of parachute pants at one time.
Man, my pants used to have like AA batteries attached to them. They'd be like bumping and glowing and stuff, you know. Yeah, remember them MC Hammer pants, man?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yep.
had a pair of those too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah,
That was, oh God, that was
those
back
were
in
the
the day.
days, man.
Those
New
were the
kids
good
on the
old
block.
days.
New kids on
Oh,
the
Those were
block.
the
And all that.
days.
oh shoot. Yeah. Basically, when those guys first came on the scene, I was working patrol at the Iowa State Fairgrounds,
Mm,
and that summer when they came in to do a concert, I had to work one of the gates to the grandstand.
mm.
You would not believe the amount of teeny boppers I had standing at the gate bawling because they couldn't get in. I'm like, oh, it's like good grief. And the bad part about it was that the kids started rushing the stage, and a bunch of our guys had to go in and turn the fire hoses on everybody.
Oh, that was you.
That's horrible.
Oh, yeah, that was not a good day. That I'm glad that they didn't send me in on that. So I stayed outside. It's like you guys go ahead and take care of it. I'm gonna stay put right here. Uh, but
The,
yeah,
the memories of those days, man.
yeah, those were the good old
Nothing
days.
like the late '80s, early '90s. It
So,
just
Mr.
doesn't get
Earl,
any better.
Mr. Earl, what festivals are you hitting up this year?
Okay, I know I'm gonna be trying to hit up the local ones here first,
Uh-huh.
here in Iowa, and then the one big one that I'm really hoping that is going to be happening this year is Three Gates
Okay.
down in southern Missouri.
Mhm.
I made a promise to those folks that I would be down there because last year, the weekend that Three Gates took place was the weekend I wound up in the hospital.
Hmm.
And I did get told that everybody was concerned about me down there, and but I made a promise so I would appear. So I'm going to fulfill my promise to those people. And then I know I've got one up in southern Minnesota.
Hmm.
Um, if I get a chance to go over to PSG, that's going to be the next big one. So I've got plans in the works.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I decided that this year that I needed to really push myself and to get myself in shape so that I can attend festival season this year. Um, and with everything that I went through, it kind of turned my life upside down. And I decided that I can't just sit on my butt. It's like I need to push myself and get myself back into the point where I can travel. So that's one thing I am going to be doing.
What's
And
up
let's
next for you, Harold?
What's that?
What's up next for you? What have you got coming up this year? What dates should we be? What should we watch out for?
Oh, me. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't really drop I don't drop albums altogether. Like, I'm too impulsive. I'm too Aries for that. So, like, when I record a song, I'm either putting it out there right when I do it, or I'm making a video that same day. I'm putting it out, and that's it. You know. And then just
That's
I
how I
might just
publish books.
yeah, I might call it the same album and just keep going until I hit like 15, then like quit that and start a new one or something. But a lot of times I just record it, just put it out there. I'm just too damn impulsive for that. I can't wait for that. Um, I might go to because I do all my recording from my own technology. So I might actually go to a studio this year. That's maybe if I can get one for if I can get one for a good price. you know, free would be nice.
cool.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm probably going to I was thinking about going to a festival or two. I don't know which one yet. Um,
Well, to say now, seeing how you're down in Texas, there are several pagan pride festivals down there in Texas.
Mhm.
And because I've actually had a chance to speak to the coordinators for, I think it was either Dallas or Houston, uh, Pagan Pride at one point, and they have a really good thing going on down there.
I know they have a lot of Renaissance down here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Renaissance. You dress up like that actor. That guy that plays Thor. There. Hello there, guys. Walking around. Like, whoa, you see that? It's a witch. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, but whatever. I might just go there with regular clothes on.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
They'll never know.
They're fun. They're a lot of fun to go to. I used to go to them all the time out in Phoenix, where it was warm most of the year. It's not quite like that here. So
Yeah. Brian, to answer your question, I am going to try to hit at least Heartland because that's only like a 6 to 8 hour trip for me. So that's not all that bad. Heartland is just on the other side of Kansas City. So I may try to hit that one up. So Brian, if you're planning on going down there, let me know. And let's see what else we got. We've had a lot of people commenting tonight, so I appreciate the input tonight. I appreciate the participation. This is what makes things,
great.
yeah, it really
Worth
makes
doing.
things good for us and really positive.
That's because Iowa Pagan News is the beep.
That is one hell of a shout out, man. Thank you, Harold.
Yep, that is. I do appreciate that because this has been this has been a labor of love over the last few years, with all the work that I've been trying to do to really get this promoted and get it out in front of everybody. Because now that I've got connections over in UK, the name is getting out there.
I saw that. That was cool. I liked that post. Yeah, that was good. I like that. That's cool. Awesome.
Oh, Brian wants to know if you can be making, if you can be making the rounds to festivals.
Brian, I am me, and I'll let you know personally. So it ain't public.
Cool. But yeah, we plan. Myself, I'm gonna be making appearances because, like you said, I've made promises to people that I'm going to keep, and because it gives me a chance to connect with others in other areas and talk to people about what I'm doing, talking to people about the commitment that we have here for building up community with unity, um, and along with his. Not everybody knows, but I am also I'm still a current first responder, and I plan to offer up classes for Pagan Prep 101 at these festivals, and I'll actually be giving away a emergency prep kit to one lucky person at each festival. Because I'm going to
What does
be
that
putting
consist of? What's
uh,
that consist of?
basically it can consist basically it's going to be uh, a plastic tote that's going to be filled with uh, supplies for emergency use for say for instance if you get caught in a natural disaster and either that or because this can be used for the home or you can take it with you in your car. And so you can be prepared for pretty much anything. If you get stuck along the road out in the middle of nowhere, you get caught in a snowstorm, you get uh, stuck in any kind of natural disaster, you'll have everything that you need to sustain yourself until help can get to you.
Like bottled water, flashlights, batteries,
Yep.
canned foods,
Flare gun.
flare
Help!
gun, yeah.
SOS!
Okay,
First aid kit.
that's an idea. I never thought of a flare gun. Okay.
Help me!
Never thought about that.
Ran out
Okay.
of gas.
That's
Six
another
hippies and
idea.
Some
That's
sticks
another
you can
idea.
spell out SOS with. Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool. That's great. That's really cool. Yeah. That's good just to have at those festivals, in case somebody gets a cut or cuts himself, hurts himself.
Hmm.
Stuff happens. Stuff happens.
Oh yeah, because
Just never
you
know.
know I've 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 been told that there have been instances where somebody will have minor injury, and but no one has anything to help with,
Right. Yeah, you
and
go to
so
sorry to cut you off. You go to a festival and you got 100 light workers and 60 witches and none of them brought a band-aid with them.
Go look in the
yeah,
grass. You'll find plants to pick to help heal you.
that's yeah. Well, then you better hope that you've got somebody who's knowledgeable with roots and herbs to be able to assist with that,
Mm.
because that's a specialty all in itself.
I'm not
And
adept with that, but I want to know. Will
yep,
you
I
teach me?
mean, it's good to have the knowledge. It is good to have that knowledge. All right, folks. Well, shoot, this hour's already gone flying by.
I know it
Sweet
went
man.
so quick, didn't it? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. That's what makes things enjoyable here. That's
Yeah.
what I really like about it. So, Harold, tell everybody again where they can find your music and how they can get in contact with you, and that way we get that out there.
Go ahead and Google it. Harold Sanford Carter the third. And you're gonna see all kinds of listings on YouTube, Pandora, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere DistroKid roams, the lone wolf roams. Howl at the moon, baby. Love you. Iowa Pagan News all day, every day, today and tomorrow and the next day, and a couple moons after that. We love you.
We
Cool.
love you too, Harold.
Yep. Brian definitely said that it would be great to see a lineup with both you and Cloud at a festival.
That's already been talked about, but we just haven't put that down in action. Uh,
Mhm.
I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it. That's already been talked about.
Very good. Very good. All right. As always, you've been listening to another edition of Iowa Pagan News on the Prairie Land Radio Network. And join us each and every Wednesday night. And because we're going to be having these discussions every Wednesday night right here at Iowa Pagan News. And anybody who would like to come join us to be a special guest, you are more than welcome to. Just like what our brother Harold did. And because
Hey,
next week we're going to be talking with Terry Nelson Ireland, who
nice.
is the owner of Metaphysical Times newspaper out of Idaho Falls, Idaho. And to my knowledge, that is the only actual newspaper in the pagan community. We've got a lot of magazines out there, but
Mhm.
this is the very first actual newspaper that I'm aware of. So be sure to tune in next Wednesday night for that chat. We could
No
be
doubt.
having a lot of fun talking with her.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
We've got a lot of great interviews still coming up yet this week and next week. So stay tuned for further announcements. For those of you who are participating in chat, thank you very much for being here with us tonight. Uh, if you have not joined up with the Iowa Pagan News group yet, please do so. And we would love to have you members. Pleasant journeys, everyone, as always. Oh, and plus, I need to get this out there. If you get questions later on, you can email me directly at Earl at iapnradio.net. You can also find me at Iowa Pagan News at Gmail. And then Christy's going to be putting her email out as well so that in case anybody wants to send emails to her, be sure to look up Harold Sanford on YouTube, Spotify, anywhere that you can find him. Be sure to look up his music.
Thanks, Harold.
You are very
Thanks,
welcome, brother.
Christy.
Thank you, Harold.
Yep.
Thank you to you too. It's Melissa,
Bye, Monica.
Monica. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Good to see you both. Thanks for joining us.
Have a good night, folks. We are out of here for the night.
Mary Part Witches.